Welcome back to another podcast on Going Live with Global Learning. My name is Elizabeth O'Brien, and I'm the International Program Coordinator in Kirkwood. My role primarily oversees students who are here on the Community College Initiative Program, which is a cultural exchange program sponsored by the U.S. Department of State that provides participants with a one-year non-degree academic program that allows them to develop their technical skills, English proficiency, and leadership capabilities. And today we are joined with Emmanuel OT. So Emmanuel, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to have you. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel OT. I'm from Ghana, West Africa. Yeah, that's everybody knows that Ghana, we are known for gold and cocoa.
Mm.
Yeah, a lot of the chocolate you people eat here is from my country. So I think I have to take tax from you. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I am studying agricultural science here. Yeah, I think I came here last year and my time is almost up here.
Oh.
Yeah, and it has been a pleasure to study, get an opportunity to study here. And I'm also part of the CCI student.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
And so how has your experience at Kirkwood been so far?
Yeah, it has been good. I thought the only place I know is my country, but when I came here, I realized that there's something beyond my country and my school that I know in Ghana. Here, they have good education facility, especially academic wise. They have a greenhouse, they have labs that facilitate good study and learning. And in fact, I've been enjoying studying here because it's not just reading theories.
Yeah.
I'm also being involved in the practical aspect of what I'm learning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you say that in Ghana you get a lot more theory and theoretical approaches, but in the United States, or at least at Kirkwood, you've gotten a lot more experience, hands-on technical skills?
Yes, that's true. That's one of the shortfalls, maybe I would say, in my, the education sector in my country. But we do a lot of the theory, but the practical is not that much as compared here. Here, I always do hands-on. Almost every course I'm doing here. Yeah.
Nice. So you mentioned the greenhouse, and as part of the CCI program, all participants are required to complete volunteering. Is that correct?
Yeah, sure.
How many hours of volunteering do you have to complete?
Well, I'm supposed to complete about 72.
Oh.
Yeah, which I've already exceeded. Now I'm almost 90.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
phenomenal.
you.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm still hoping to do more.
Great. Where have you volunteered, or what's been some of the experiences you've had?
Yeah, I think I've done my volunteering most time at the greenhouse, and I also did 5 hours as my host family's farm. Yeah, I think from this place, about 2 or 3 hours drive from this place. That's the first time I even drove in a combined harvester.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was fun, and that was the first time I saw how most of the people living in the Middle East, how they where they send their corn and soya beans. Because I went with my host family, his brother, to a place like where they have a big ship on the sea. It's like that river is Mississippi River.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they got some very massive ship on it, so they have to go dump the beans from their semi into the ship, and the ship will take it and go through the Gulf of Guinea and go to Mexico, another place to sell it. Yeah, so it was fun. I didn't know that you people have a great, facilities in a way to, because the moment we harvested the thing from, the beans from the farm, we straight sent it to that place so that it's, to prevent, I believe to prevent post-harvest loss, as my country, experiencing a lot. Yeah, so this place, you have a good, facility and a way to prevent that thing from happening to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not familiar with the loss or that process. So What happens if you delay from harvesting to delivery?
Yeah, I think some of the produce from farmers, some are very perishable,
Uh-huh.
and it have to be, transported for further processing, so that it can keep long, or maybe for consumption, so that it won't go waste.
Yeah.
So that's why some of the crop like corn also have moist in it. So after harvesting it, if you don't process it to dry it up like the same as the beans, whether you are going to use it straight away or you send it to process to keep it for long. So it's good. That's why I believe that's why they send it right away to that place for it to go to
Yeah.
wherever they want it to go.
Yeah, that makes sense to
Yeah.
kind of keep it all and protect that yield.
Yeah, sure.
So you talked a little bit about volunteering with your host family's farm and getting that skill set. You drove a combine, sounds
Yeah.
pretty cool. Could you tell us a little bit about what you got to do at the greenhouse? As
Yeah,
a
the
volunteer?
greenhouse too. That's my first time of working at greenhouse. When I came, I was shocked. Like, how can you grow crops in a room? Yeah, but with the help of the coordinator, the Hannah,
Mhm.
Hannah has been very good. She has been teaching me, and some of the staff there also do a fantastic job there. They always try when you don't understand it, ask them. They are there to help you. So the greenhouse too, I've been exposed to different way of growing crops without using soil.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, because they got a massive hydroponics there and aquaponic there,
Mhm.
but their main focus is most on the hydroponics and growing of flowers and those things. So now I know how to grow crops without using soil. But in my lifetime, I grew up from a farming family, and all what I know is planting things in the soil. But here they even plant things on water, and it flourished. So I believe that the greenhouse is also has been a very good experience to me, and I'm learning a whole lot of different styles there. Yeah.
That's great. So, for those of us, and myself included, could you talk a little bit about explaining what hydroponics and aquaponics are?
Okay, hydroponics normally do with growing crops without using soil. We have a soilless mediums
Mhm.
that we use for hydroponics. And one thing now special about hydroponics is that the method you will use to grow your crops is not the only method. I don't believe that there's a way or a specific thing. No, as long as you can come out with your own experiment about things, provided not using soil and growing crops for it to be successful, that's also a hydroponic. Yeah,
Ah, okay.
yeah. And about the aquaponic, mainly do with fishing, growing fish indoors.
Okay.
Like, yeah, instead of picking the fish from the wild and growing them in maybe tank in a room or maybe a conducive environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's aquaponic. Yeah.
And how does having the fish, the growth of the fish, help with plant or crop production?
Well, we have aquaponics too.
Mm-hmm.
Aside that, the aquaponics is the we have the aquaculture. That's the growing of fish,
Okay.
and we have the aquaponic. That's the mixture of hydroponics and aquaponic. Aquaculture.
Ah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So this one, you will use you grow the fish and the plant in the same place. But this time, is the fish, the waste of the fish is going to fertilize the plants,
Gotcha. Okay.
and the plant was recycle the water, put in oxygen and other microbacteria into the water, so recirculate it and send it back to the tank of the fish. So this one, the fish depend on the plant, the
Uh-huh.
plant also depend on the fish.
Ah, so it's mutually
Yeah,
beneficial for both.
yeah.
Very neat. So, thinking about how that works here in the greenhouse, do you foresee that being something you could do or start back in Ghana when you return home?
Yeah, especially I've been thinking of the hydroponics. As I'm talking now, I just bought one magnetic water pump. Yeah, very small one, which I can even do hydroponics in my own kitchen or my backyard. Yeah, but especially for the aquaponic, it's kind of it need capital. I mean, some and more technical knowledge
Right.
because you are working with fish, and these fish some are very, I mean, prone to disease, and so you
Mm.
have to be extra careful. And if I'm going to start with I can start with the hydroponics on a large scale, but I won't try to start with the aquaponic on a large scale because the slightest mistake means my money is going to go waste.
Ah.
Because if I mix something or something happen, I may lose all the fish
Yeah.
and my capital will be gone. So for now, I'm planning to just start with going back home to start with the hydroponics myself and see how it works. As time goes on, I'll do more research and more study on the aquaponic too. Yeah, and maybe sometime, maybe a day to come, maybe in the nearby future, add it to my hydroponics.
Nice. Well, it sounds like your volunteering experience has really propelled you
Yeah,
in your career path.
yeah, sure.
Um, so for students or members of the community who want to get more engaged in the larger community or they want to volunteer, what would be some of the recommendations you would have for them?
Well, I will tell them to, per what I know, come to the hydroponics because it's not all the time that you have to take money to go to the grocery shop to buy pepper, tomato. I mean, there are things you can grow some
Hmm.
in your backyard. So if you have a knowledge about hydroponic, I mean, you can also grow your own tomato.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is very organic, because most of the though we have organic tomato in the shop, but I think the best organic is what you have grown because you know what you put in on it.
Right, right.
Yeah, so maybe volunteering there will expose you to more experience on how to grow crops by your own, and you don't have to go and depend
Yeah,
on the crops on the market because some have, I mean, harmful chemicals. Yeah.
right. Well, that's interesting. I appreciate you sharing that with
Yeah.
the viewers and everyone
Hmm.
here.
Yeah.
Well, before we finish up, what would be kind of the highlight of your experience here at Kirkwood?
Yeah. My experience is I wasn't expecting to feel cold. The winter.
Ah,
In my country, I mean, the lowest temperature will be 28 or
uh-huh.
27. But here, so that's my experience for experiencing snow for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for Kirkwood, I would say this school is very great school and they have a good facilities, I mean, for studies and learning. So I will urge, if you are international student or you are from United States and you want to further your education, I will encourage you to pick Kirkwood. Yeah, not just me being here. No, I've experienced it, and I am testifying about it that this is a very good school with good, I mean, teachers,
Mm-hmm.
professors. Everybody is there to help you. Whatever you are doing, there's people, I mean, facilities and offices to help you accomplish whatever dream you want to accomplish in life.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for joining us, and thank you to all of you for joining us in this episode. Tune in next week for the next segment where we'll talk with additional students to learn more about their experience volunteering, interning, and getting engaged with the Kirkwood campus community.